Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the Everton News Daily. Well, the big story today has to be the news that Usmanov could be prepared to come into Everton and join his old mate Farhad Moshiri in adding some much-needed coffers to Everton going forward. In an interview with the Financial Times, he was asked whether he would be willing to join Farhad Moshiri. He said, yes, with great pleasure if he asks. I'm thinking about my investment in the club. I cannot reject Arsenal. I will not leave them as a fan. But if I join Everton, then I will wear an Everton shirt because I'm a professional. They are building a new stadium. Why not the USM Arena? It is not obligatory for me to participate myself. I could just sponsor them. And this obviously comes after the news last week or the week before, that he met up with Carlo Ancelotti to help broker the deal to get him to be the Everton manager. He was asked about Arsenal. He said, I love Arsenal, but I failed. What can I do? But I also believe Arsenal lost something without Usmanov. So there you go. Alisher Usmanov, not obviously not dismissing the possibility of becoming a shareholder at Everton, but ultimately what I think that jumps out of is that with the new stadium on the horizon, could this be the man who gives the money to Everton to build the Bramley-Moore Dock Stadium? It seems that way. Certainly with USM already sponsoring the training ground and Megaphone sponsoring different things at Everton as well. It seems to me that this might be the strategy going forward, that Usmanov's money might come in through sponsorship rather than being on the board. But we'll have to wait and see. There's a lot of politics involved at the moment as well. So we'll have to wait and see. But it does sound like his money will be involved at some point with Everton Football Club. If it is the stadium, I think that makes perfect sense to me. I think that makes absolute sense if he is the man behind the stadium, and obviously with the name and rights, etc. He obviously owns a steel company as well, which could help with the stadium as well. So that makes the most sense to me. But we'll have to wait and see. It is the annual general meeting, I think, a week on Tuesday as well. So we might hear more then. I don't know. But obviously, it's got Everton fans excited. And if you go on social media, Everton fans are getting very, very excited about it. For me personally, as I said, I just want that stadium built because I think with the new stadium, that would, it would do so much for Everton. But it would also signify to the non-believers, whether they be Evertonians or not, that we are going in the right direction. And that's something they can't take away from us. So really, 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 really big news there today. From that interview in the Financial Times. If you want to read more in other news, Carlo Ancelotti has faced the press ahead of Sunday's Merseyside derby in the FA Cup third round. The first thing he asked was there any Liverpudlians in the room? I'm sure he's been well briefed that there are a number of national journalists who are Reds and want to put a dampener on just like everything Everton do that is positive. In terms of playing, he said Everton would have to be perfect to win the game. We'd have to do everything perfect. And obviously he's right with Liverpool's recent form. In terms of injuries, he said Fabian Delph, they'll have to wait and see. He's got a slight problem. And the same with Bernard. He said he did train, but they'll have to wait and see. It only sounds like those two are doubts. No talk of whether Snidland will be available for this game, just in case Delph isn't. So we'll have to wait and see. But I can imagine it might be the same starting lineup that was due to start against Manchester City on New Year's Day. He was asked how to beat them, and he said, simply score more goals. And Jurgen Klopp has hinted that Liverpool will play a raft of second-string players and under-23s. He said basically that Liverpool have to just play the game and think about the games coming forward, and you can't play the name or the historic value of the game. You've just got to play the game of football. So it sounds like he's going to leave a raft of his first choice players out after having a very busy December Doesn't really seem to have affected them. I don't know what they're doing at Liverpool to get their players so fit, but there you have it. Yeah, there you go. And finally, if I can keep my voice, Kieran Dowell has left his loan deal at Derby, where he played, I think, 8 times, or had 8 starts and had 10 games over altogether. And he's moved to Wigan for the rest of the season. A lot of Everton players have moved to Wigan recently, and it seems like the ideal place for him to continue his footballing education to the end of the season. And then maybe Everton will make an assessment on the player, whether he's good enough. He hasn't really shown that he is a Premier League player. He's obviously had loan spells at Sheffield United, Nottingham Forest, Derby County, and now Wigan. He's not really doing much to suggest he's a Premier League player, but we'll have to wait and see how he does at Wigan. So good luck to him for the rest of the season. Everton have been linked with a host of players today, especially from Italy and the Italian media. Too many to go through. Not too many. Well, we won't know whether they're serious links till maybe next week and following on from that. Carlo Ancelotti did say there isn't much time to get any kind of deals done, and obviously we have been linked with Rabiot, and there is talk of a loan to the end of the season. We'll have to wait and see. I think we'll start to know more next week once this busy period is over and Carlo Ancelotti can start settling into the job a bit more, having a little bit more time. But there you go. This has been the Everton News Daily. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Give this video a like, subscribe if you haven't already. Give the bell a click so you know when videos are coming out. And if you want more great videos, join us over on Patreon. The link is in the description. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.